Hey guys, it's Clone here. Today I'm just going to be doing a little positional educational video for some macro stuff or some team fight things in Mordhau. Just a little, I guess, backstory about this is as a player I felt a lot like I felt very plateaued lately, or not lately, just I just felt like I was stuck at where I am as a player. I wasn't improving at all. And what actually happened is when I made this new team with a couple of friends, I took the role of mid front line, and I've been VOD reviewing myself a lot. I've been recording my own gameplay and just watching it back. And what I'm noticing is, you know, mechanics. Obviously, everybody could use better mechanics, right? And I do not consider myself a great mechanical player at all. But what I've been doing lately is I've been focusing really heavily on my micro positioning and how I'm playing team fights, how I'm helping my teammates and that sort of thing. Like it's something people kind of it's like out of sight, out of mind is how you're reading the enemy's team fight and how you're reading the engagement happening in front of you and where you're moving accordingly. So in this video, I'm kind of just gonna give a little example of a strong side engagement, right? So I have a couple of pictures here that I'm gonna pull up, something like this. What a strong side engagement looks like, the movement of your team. And I'm going to be kind of going into what your roles are as the frontliner on the edge and the frontliner in the middle, and how it kind of snowballs the rest of the team fight. I'm not going to really be talking about the weak side that much. I'm kind of just going to be focusing on these three, especially especially the engagement between these two players, because it's kind of the edge of the fight. It's pretty important. So I'm going to start inward. So I'm going to start from this front line. I'm going to explain these two and how this interaction plays out. And I'm going to explain the supports interactions with each other, you know? And then I'm going to explain the edge of the fight. So this is a move right play. We leave spawn, we see that this frontliner is a little ahead of the rest of the team. I make the call, push right, strong side right, something along those lines. Moss, wrap right. All I'm doing is I'm saying, as a unit, I'm telling my team, we are moving right into this engagement. So, as the middle frontliner, you have a very important role, along with, excuse me, you have an extremely important role to kind of apply pressure into this player. Okay, so to make this play happen, right, to make this push right play happen, you need to take initiative off of the enemy frontliner right here. You need to make him S-key or move back. And to do that, you need to get this frontliner to this side of him, just right here. It's all positioning, you just need to get him right here. So if you can win this engagement on this player, he's going to be forced to S-key or move this way. Now, I'll get into it, just bear with me, guys. So as this middle frontliner, when you run up to engage the enemy, you want to position yourself in a spot where you're cutting off lanes. And what I mean by that is right now, if you're this frontliner, you're the enemy frontliner, you have this lane to attack, you can wedge yourself in this lane, and if you think about it, if these three guys are trying to do the same play as us, we're trying to fight for this initiative on the edge here. So this guy, what he wants to do is he wants to have every choice possible. He's the middle frontliner. He wants to be able to see the whole fight. He wants to be able to do whatever he wants, help his teammate accordingly. My job as a frontline to help this. My job as the middle frontliner to help the number 2 frontliner is to cut off this frontliner's angle or lane to my support, and he usually can't get there because then he's just overextending. But it's to cut off this lane. It's to take away the enemy middle frontliner's pressure. And by doing that, I have to move up, and I have to be able to live right here. I don't even have to. I mean, obviously, you want to run up and you want to take the initiative, right? You don't want to run up and pre-fire this guy and feed him a repost though. So you want to kind of run up, you want to read what's happening with this player, and you want to kind of soak some pressure from their support. So what I'm talking about that is if I run up into this position right here, right where this black line is, this middle frontliner is going to be very intrigued to hit me. You know, he's going to obviously contest my engagement right here. And what it's going to do is it's also going to soak a lot of pressure from this support. Because if this support doesn't contest me at all, I'm going to look as this middle frontliner to attack him, right? I don't want to overextend, I just want to apply pressure. So I'm telling you, if you get this position in the fight, their support is going to stab at you. He's going to be like, ooh, easy target, stab here. He's going to throw feints at you. Now, all you have to do is live for fucking 5 seconds, 4 seconds. If you can live for that amount of time in this position, you won this side of the fight. And let me explain why. So now you have cut off this lane into your friendly support, and you're also taking some pressure from there. Hold up, I think I'm talking like an idiot. If you're in this position, you have cut off the enemy frontliner's lane into your support. Sorry, these drawings look like shit. So there's no lane for this frontliner to move into your support. Also, you're taking pressure off from the enemy support into you. What that's going to do is it's going to allow your teammate support right here and your friendly frontliner to get this initiative right here. Now, if you win this initiative, the team fight is going to look like, where is it? This is what I just drew out should look like, right? This is the middle frontliner, the support, and our friendly frontliner. We have won the initiative on the edge because you see our positioning from this frontliner is he has the outer, he has the outer edge of the fight, right? Which is actually extremely important because it's going to force this enemy to parry this way, and it's going to force him to look at our support this way, and the middle frontliner's footwork is going to be moving with your team. So he might even have to look out for the middle frontliner. Opposed to, so what I just said is all the options that this guy has to parry for is this player, and potentially, probably not, but maybe this player. Now, if you do the same thing, what does our edge frontliner have to worry about? Nothing. He has to worry about the guy right in front of him. He has to worry about keep moving this way and attacking this guy. This support can't stab through his teammate and get him. He might do this crazy over-the-shoulder stab, but remember, I'm applying pressure in the middle, and if I see him overextending this way, I'm going to take that gap. So he's kind of forced to exert pressure down the middle. So just further proving my point, this frontliner has to parry here, here, potentially here, versus our frontliner who has to parry here. Our support has this option. If he sees that I'm getting overwhelmed and I'm esking, he has this option. Versus their support, he has one option, or to overextend into our support. That's it. Those are this guy's only two options. So what this positioning does is winning that initiative on the leading edge is it gives more opportunity. It gives more opportunity to see plays happen. It gives more opportunity for your teammates on the edge to have less pressure on them and to apply more pressure. And that's something nobody really thinks about, is like people just think, okay, wrap right, we're turning him. But people don't think about how it snowballs into the rest of the fight. This opponent's going to feel super pressured to where he needs to S-key. Just by making your opponent S-key, you have won this side of the fight. You can sprint faster than this opponent can S-key backwards. And if you're getting him to S-key all the way here, you've already you've won your strong side, and now all you got to do is not mechanically fail, right? I could talk macro all day, but if you can't pull off mechanics, if you can't execute on plays, then I mean that's a whole different story. But like if you have two perfectly matched teams and you put one team as blue right now, they're going to win every round. Every fucking round, the blue team is going to win. And here I have it drawn out to where the movement of the blue team. So remember what I was talking about with the edge frontliner, right? He's on the outer edge of this fight, as you can see. As this enemy frontliner, he has to parry 1, 2, potentially 3. It's you're making his life extremely difficult and our lives extremely easy. Now when we move to the middle frontliner, remember what I said in where is it? This one. You're moving to cut off this lane. Look at my positioning in this. Look at the middle frontliner's positioning. This middle enemy frontliner can't just run through me into my support. Cannot do it. He might even push down here, right? But that's fine because this is your weak side. Your weak side's moving away from the fight. So he has to kind of go into me to make a play happen right now. Also, their support has to reach all the way through this gap to attack my support, which probably isn't going to be happening because these two people are moving this way. So he's going to be kind of forced to attack me. Or, like, look at, you're limiting the enemy team's options. The enemy team doesn't have that many options at this point. They have to mechanically win and outplay you guys at this point. You're already in a point of positional advantage. Now, I have a little saying that I made in one of my videos, and it's your position should lead into awareness, and your awareness should lead into a decision, as in like your game sense, like making a play, and then that decision should lead back into another position. And it's this cycle. If you go through this cycle in your gameplay, you'll always be in a good spot. If you're in a good position, say right now you're in this great position, you can see this player, 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 you can see everything over here. So you have all the awareness in that you're going to be able to get as a middle frontliner. If you're the middle frontliner, you're going to get used to seeing very little of the fight, right? But you now have a good position to where you can see a lot. With all this information going through your head and in front of your eyes, you have the ability to make the best decision possible. And the best decision possible is cut off this lane and stay alive and live. Now, for an example of a bad decision would be pushing through. Say I force this fucking push right now. That position, or this decision, look where it leaves me. It leaves me in a position where I'm sandwiched. I have limited awareness. I can't see everything now. I'm in the middle of fucking 3 guys. I'm in the middle of this guy, and this guy. And then, like, you probably won't even make it to your decision making after that because you're probably going to die. You just ran into the middle of 3 enemies. Just an example. So here, I can see everything. I'm in a good position. I can make a great decision. Versus here, I can't see everything. I'm in a bad position, and my decision is going to be a gamble, basically. Anyways, that's my little lesson. I know I went off topic and I'm all over the place, but I wanted to talk over some paint shit. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.